Hi, my name is Sandy, and I have a Babylock Solaris 3, which is the same as a Vision, but it's just a 2 that was upgraded to a 3. Same features on it. It's a wonderful machine, and I'm on a journey to learn as much as I can because there's so much wrapped up inside this machine, so much to go through and learn. So I thought it would be good if I share with other people what I'm learning. It also pushes me to keep going, to keep sharing and see if I can help anyone else out there that's got a similar machine. Because there's the Babylock Solaris and there's the brother version of the machine. So I hope that everyone's been enjoying my videos, and I'm hoping to continue to make more good ones. As long as I get good feedback and response, I get more subscribers and feedback as far as comments in the videos. I haven't gotten too many comments, but that's fine. Even if when you're watching, if you like the video, if you're not a subscriber, if you subscribe, that tells me that you like what I'm doing too. So I thought I would just go over really quickly. Again, my name's Sandy. I've been sewing my whole life. I started when I was in high school. I actually was inspired by my mom, who made my first 8th grade graduation dress for me, and I was just really in awe by the work that she put into that dress. And then I just started making more dresses when I was in high school. After I got married, actually when I got married, I made my wedding dress. After I got married, I made a bunch of clothes for my kids, some really fun things for my nephews and nieces. One time, I guess my biggest project would be when I replaced the top of a pop-up camper, and I had to work with vinyl and canvas and all kinds of zippers. So it was a very challenging project, but it got done, and it got done because we couldn't afford to pay for a brand new camper with, young kids and not making that much money. And so that was a great project to learn from. And it wasn't perfect, but I got it done. And I would say my struggle was with the vinyl. I didn't realize there was a vinyl foot at the time, but there is, and it sure helped when I got it. So I worked on sewing fur coats, curtains for people, you name it. Costumes for the kids was another big thing that I worked on. And it's leotards for my daughter when she was gymnastics, because those leotards, they really add up. They were like $60 a piece, and I could make them for 10. It's just amazing how much you can save. Sometimes you don't save by sewing, but a lot of times you do. So it depends on what you're making. So that's kind of my background. As far as sewing goes, I've done a lot of machine embroidery. Like I said, this machine over here, my Babylock Asante, was my first machine. I have a really old Memory Craft 10,000 that my sister gave me that I play around with. Both of those have the really old version of the USB, so I can't import any designs into them. There's no Wi-Fi connection to those machines, so that's why I ended up getting the Babylock Solaris. So I just want to make sure I stay on subject here. I do a lot of I do some card making, and I'm with Stampin' Up, and try to do some card making on the channel once in a while. And paper crafting, I love to write books for my grandchildren, and I have bound a couple of books for them, and so that's been really fun. And scrapbooking is always fun. I've also been into beading. Taught my mom to bead, make jewelry, and she made jewelry till she was 95, or was she 96? So anyway, it's just amazing how much you can learn, and you think that you're done learning, and you're not. You can keep going and learn so much more. I also, during the years of COVID, learned how to do dip nails. So I just feel like if you have a determination and a will to learn and a passion to keep growing, you will just do it. So I bought my Solaris 3 it was August or September of 2023, and I've been doing a lot of machine embroidery. So there's some videos out there on my channel that show my some things I've been doing with that, although it's not all of it. There's so much more that I've been doing, but that's a little bit of what I've recorded so far. And then I have done the couching, which you can see just recently. There's either three videos, I think, 3 or 4. And I'm trying to separate things as I record videos into a playlist that makes sense, like as far as whether it's maintenance or if it's machine embroidery / couching, if it's just machine embroidery, edge to edge. I'm trying to set up, playlist folders so that the things are easier to find. And so I just going to be working on probably more machine embroidery. I think I'm done with couching for a little while. I'm going to definitely do edge to edge on my first quilt that I learned, because I'm also learning how to quilt since the fall of last year. And I did finish the top part of a quilt. So I'm ready to, I have the sandwich made and I'm ready to actually quilt it. That's the sewing that you put on top of the quilt that goes through the backing and then the what's it called? Oh, what is it called? I'm going blank. Sorry. It's not stabilizer. It's batting. That's what it is, batting. So there's 3 layers, and quilting is when you quilt through all 3. And with the Solaris machine, there is a feature on there that will, as long as you measure the quilt dimensions, you plug that into the machine, and the machine will tell you how many times you have to rehoop it, and it will guide you through each rehooping. That's what I think I'm doing next. I'm just waiting for a chair because I want to be able to sit at the machine. Right now I have a bad back and a bad knee, so I'm trying to make sure that I have it set up so that even if I'm not filming, that I have it, I can sit down when I need to. So like I said, I'm going to be doing edge to edge next, and that'll be fun. I think I totally understand. I also took a class at my local sewing store. It's called the Sewing Source in Lake Villa, Illinois. And I'll put their website in the comments or the description of this video. And it was a really good class. It was more around how to do edge to edge when you're not using the guided process inside the machine. There's all kinds of edge to edge designs outside of the machine. There's like 40 some designs in the machine, but the machine can also use a quilting edge to edge pattern that's not in the machine. You can upload it into the machine and do edge to edge using that pattern too of quilting. So you're not limited to just what's in the machine. You can upload a embroidery file that has edge to edge design on it and use that to quilt your quilt. So that's what I'm doing next. I'll probably just be doing the guided process first. I don't know that I'm going to get into the other one, but maybe I'll take a break and come back to it. I don't like to stand any one thing too long. I don't know if you noticed that. But the next thing I wanted to do after that is there's some very beautiful designs inside the machine. They're very large, so they require multiple hoopings. And I think that the guide is calling them embroidery split patterns. And what I'm using is, when I first got the machine, I knew there was an instruction guide in the machine. You can query on it, you can watch some videos, but I wanted to get the paper copy because I like to make notes and things. So I've got one book that is an instruction and reference guide for embroidery. There's another one that was the instruction and reference guide for sewing. And then there is an embroidery design guide. And these 3, they all look like this. All 3 of these guides I got off of someone who sells them on eBay. And the only complaint I have is that sometimes I have to use a magnifying glass to see the button, the name of the button that they're highlighting, because it's really small print. but that's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. And so I'm going to be going through more of these books, and you know, as I learn things about maintenance, I might release a video about that. As I have my goal set to do the edge to edge and the split embroidery, but then I also have this Infinite Possibilities book. It's Babylock and Anita Good design. There's all kinds of projects in here. And then probably before that, this Babylock Sew Ed for IQ Designer, all kinds of projects in here. I got both of these at that local sewing store that I was telling you about. So if you're interested in any of these, I will give you, again, sorry, I got too close to the camera. I will give you the web address in the description box. So we went over everything. I think that's all I wanted to say really right now. I'm going to continue making videos and sharing with you what I can. I'm not ready to do, I think I can go live with certain, but I'm not ready to go live yet because I don't have the right equipment. I can go live with something like this, but I thought I can't communicate with you too well except for on my phone, and I'm using my phone to record, and that's how I record the videos that you've been watching. So for now, I'm going to be uploading videos. Maybe at some point I'll do a live, but like I said, for now, I'm just going to have my video recordings, and we can communicate to each other through the comments. And maybe down the road, if there's enough interest in the channel, I can invest in a camera or a tablet I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it at that point in time. So anyway, thank you so much for listening, and we'll continue on the journey. Thank you very much.